720 million. That's the bone-chilling headcount of civilians living in extreme poverty around the world. Envision the mental ease a few extra dollars could bring them. This begs the question, why do people still believe money can't buy happiness? Respected attendees and honorable administrators, I wholeheartedly trust in the fact that money buys you financial stability. In a world that orbits the dollar, it means money does in fact buy happiness. From the lower classes' perspective to the upper classes' first world complaints, all the way to the significance of financial freedom, I intend to ensure you do not exit this auditorium without a reassessment of your viewpoint. First and foremost, picture yourself in the shoes of a freshly graduated college student drowning in debt, or a single parent that finds a document threatening with eviction on their door. What solution do you think each of these people are chasing? That's right, money. Day in, day out, they sacrifice trivial fundamentals that bring them contentment, scrape up cents for their needs. When you begin to live this way, your life lacks substance. You feel trapped. Like a prisoner, you no longer own your own life, and this is all due to the reason that some simply don't have the means to purchase resources that will form their path towards happiness. And I do not speak of material things, because at the end of the day, those only provide you with a temporary boost of joy. I'm talking about paying off debts, plane tickets to see your family, or affording groceries. When one can't obtain these basics, you are driven further away from joy. To obtain these items, you need money. Next, we've all heard the signature celebrity sob story about being miserable despite monetary abundance. And you know what? I think that's a terribly unconvincing disquisition. The same people weeping about their troubles of too much money are the people resting their heads on their pillows at night, knowing for a fact rent is paid off next month, their children aren't hungry, and they don't have to fantasize about anything money could buy because they have that money. Of course, you can't purchase a healthy relationship or rid yourself of mental anguish, but these people could pay for therapy. They could pay for a life coach. So don't tell me they can never be 100% happy, because the harsh truth is no one can. But they possess what you need to get as close as possible. Lastly, I'd like to correct myself. During the duration of this speech, I've been reiterating money buys happiness, which is true to an extent. Money buys freedom, and freedom is the gateway to happiness. That's why people have been fighting for it all throughout history. So yes, in a way, money buys your way to happiness. Everything these days has a price tag attached to it, so let me help you visualize for a second. You wake up, use water that compiles a water bill, put on clothes someone must have paid for, and get on a bus using a card that, you guessed it, costs a couple pretty pennies. Now let's think 20 years ahead. You wake up, use the water that compiles a water bill that you pay for, put on the attire you've bought, and get on a bus using your pretty pennies on your way to work. One day, you can't afford that bus trip. Uh-oh, you're not late to work for the 6th time because walking takes far too long and the bus is starting to cost far too much. You've now lost your job, your precious source of income. Next thing you know, turning on the tap in the morning feels like a luxury and your clothes are getting old. You've now lost all hope of moving forward because you are confined and bound to one fate, all because you don't have, say it with me now, money. Ultimately, the rich and the poor share the same goal, fulfillment. The only defining feature between the two is one has an easier path than the other. But the question is, so what? So what? Money buys freedom, freedom buys happiness, blah, 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 blah. So what? When you're laying on your deathbed, satisfied with the experiences you've gifted yourself, you're not truly going to be thinking about money. But you are going to be grateful money formed all those little moments and journeys for you. Because at the end of the day, even fulfillment has a price tag. Thank you.